It's for my channel.
What channel?
My own TV show.
Oh, what TV show is it?
It's for my professional TV show, yeah.
Oh, like on YouTube or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's famous.
No, I'm not famous. And follow me. Like you can probably tell, like it's still recording my voice while I'm walking and talking. Right? It's just like a lot more free where it's like I'm shooting my own show. Welcome guys to my own daily V experience. I don't know if I'm even gonna even use this footage, but if you guys are wondering where the hell I am right now, I'm with Hoy, my right hand man, and we're gonna go shoot a couple of videos because I've been slacking, and I wanted to rant about my own experience of like why I really hate certain types of people. You know, I ain't prejudiced and stuff, but yeah. Okay, turn off and make it low-key. Right now, we're gonna walk to Monaro. What is it? Monaro Park. We're in Richmond, where pretty much this all started, this whole YouTube thing started. And I'm gonna talk about the things that I've learned from like this YouTube experience of like how it made me and how trying not to get run over and how, you know, it really changed my perspective on a lot of things. While you're dangerously walking, hey, as long as like a car hits you, it'll be on film. I think one of the misconceptions of everyone trying to make videos and all this, because I've been at this whole YouTube thing for like, I don't even know how long now, like 2 years, 3 years. And initially, you know, I was just like everyone else. Like I wanted to be big and famous. But then I started worrying about way too much about the numbers and all that stuff. And even once in a while, you know, I get DMs, I get like messages, and people are always like, hey, how do you start a YouTube channel? How do you like do this and this? So in this video, I'm going to be telling you about 3 things that the really mentality or mindset that I had to start this whole YouTube journey. First thing that, you know, the mentality that I needed to have is that you can't take anything personally, right? No matter what you do or say, someone is going to judge you no matter what. And a good example of that is, you know, through my comments. Like on one side, you know, people say, oh, your stuff is great. And then on the other side, it's like, oh, your stuff is whack. You're a midget. You should go kill yourself, blah, 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 blah. And all these like really nitpicky things. So when it comes to like the internet, you really have to have like a thick skin. And me in real life, I'm like super, I guess, emotional, irritable at times, and sensitive. So you're like, why the hell do I have videos on the internet? And that's because the very notion of how I can impact and share my message overrides, you know, my sensitive artist side of like getting hurtful comments and all that. Because one, as long as I know that one person saw my video or message or laughed or had some kind of value out of it, then it overrides all the hate. So I guess going on the first theme of not taking anything personally is pretty much pushed me to have a thicker skin. Not all the time, but some of the time, especially on the internet. So you can't really take things personally, and you have to be opinionated, because you can't really be like Mr. Equal and try to make everyone happy. Because for me, I remember a lot of time, like I tried to make like the people around me happy. I tried to like please everyone, but you really need to just, you know, focus on yourself and focus on your own opinions. And that's one of the key core things that I've taken away from YouTube is you have to be damn opinionated. You have to not be afraid to put things out there, because no matter what, someone is going to hate you. I would say like the most like number two when it comes to like mindset is that you have to create like your own like opportunities. In other words, you can't really rely on anyone. A lot of people like message this and this, and you're like, yes, there's one thing in terms of like getting in help and mentors, but I would say the second most important mindset I've learned from making YouTube videos is that you create your own opportunities. Because like no one gave me permission to make videos. No one was like, hey, I now grant you the power to post your first video. Because when I like posted my first video, it was like shit. Even Poi was like the guy that's filming the camera right now was like, what is this? What is this? And then, but then my inner energy, I was like, I know I could do better, and I always tried to get better than the previous video. And that's the result of like putting out 300 plus videos. So I guess it comes down to the stem of, you know, you create your own opportunities mixed in with you put in the work. No one taught me how to use a camera. I didn't have any mentors when it comes to like making YouTube videos. A lot of things that I've learned. What does that sound? Sorry, I got creeped out by crows. A lot of it was just through my own trial and error, and you know, really my own, you know, blood, sweat, and tears of how, you know, through this, you know, I've learned how to make professional looking videos. People have hired me to make videos. You know, people have reached out to me. So you can't really rely on anyone. You have to really just put yourself out there and not be afraid. You know, how it all ties in together is you can't be afraid to be judged. You just gotta make your damn own opportunities and not rely on anyone. And I guess like my third and final key point when it comes to like me doing this YouTube thing or trying to do this YouTube thing for so long is you have to know yourself, knowing what you're good at and tripling down on all that. Because when I first started, it was like people told me, oh, you're like a joke. You should stop doing your YouTube videos. You should do this and that. But like looking back, I'm so glad that I knew myself. Like I knew what I was good at. And the people that judged and all that stuff, they're still doing the same damn things that they're doing today, where I've been able to just do things that not of other people have done because I put in the work. I sacrificed a lot. So it all stems down to the fact of knowing who you are and not letting anyone point fingers in your face. When it comes to like being in Vancouver, you know, it was hard because on one side there wasn't really any kind of like mentors that I could reach out to or people that, you know, really messed with me. So I really had to go from the ground up. And, you know, I've learned a lot. Although my aspirations from being, you know, the next PewDiePie has changed, it's like YouTube has taught me a lot. And those are the things that I wanted to share with you or any aspiring content creators about, you know, what I've learned through my journey. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.